The first freelance writing client is always tricky. You're looking for somebody who can trust you and be willing to pay you for your writing. It will be a huge thing when you get there, but how do you get there? Well, I have personally experimented with a lot of tactics and I was always on the lookout for various writing opportunities. I did a lot of internships. I recommend you to experiment with various tactics. Something can work for you, something may not. You have to try your luck with various tactics. Before you begin experimenting with these tactics, I recommend you to first choose 2 or 3 niches in which you want clients because they can inform and direct your pitching efforts. The first way is tapping into your own network. Now, this is something which most people don't believe can land them clients, but it's probably right out there, even for you. Announce to your family and friends that you're taking on freelance writing work, that you have started your own freelance writing business. Maybe they have somebody in their network who runs a business. Maybe they work at a company whose marketing department can use your help. Just share the news that, hey, I have begun my website and I'm taking on new work, and that can land you some gigs. You can also announce your freelance writing website and business on your college community, on your alumni community. Maybe your batchmates have startups, or maybe your alumni have startups, and they can hire you. They can have your content service for their websites, blog, or even writing their websites. You can even help writing copy for established companies. I myself helped establish companies' website with their website copy. You can even personally request referrals from your friends and family. Maybe they have somebody in their network who has a startup or a business, or maybe they work at companies where they can use your help. This may not exactly be your network, but you can also approach local businesses wherever you live. Maybe it's a law firm, maybe it's a software company, maybe it's a media website. You can go to their office if that's possible. Maybe you can call them, but if these 2 things seem too aggressive, even then you can send them an email and personalize your pitch, telling them that, hey, I live nearby, I respect your business, I know it because of XYZ. Just personalize your pitch based on the locality where the business is located and the common things that you share with the business because you live in the same neighborhood. And tell them that you're offering freelance writing services and maybe they can offer you some work. The second way is get an internship. Well, this is probably one of the most underlooked but the most practical ways. As an intern, you're not expected to behave like a professional. You can learn on the job and you can still get paid while doing so. You still develop your body of work while you're pursuing the internship. The only drawback is that it will require you to give time almost like maybe 6 to 8 hours in the day, but you will develop skills on the job, and it can be a remote gig as well. I personally started with a lot of internships. I wrote for sports blogs, I wrote for technology publications, I wrote for even the Times of India as a campus reporter. I was also a sub-editor and blogger at a college portal. All of these gigs, I won't rate them the best of the best, but they really helped me to polish my skill set and to just get some real world experience, to build my confidence. And I would really recommend you, if you have the time, to try out a few internships. And don't just go for content writing internships. Today, there are various small businesses, solopreneurs, creators, and even SaaS brands that are looking out for content marketing interns. You can apply for internships with a resume, cover letter, express your interest in writing and learning about content marketing. That could be a great way to build your network and polish your skills in about 2 to 3 months while doing an internship remotely from the comfort of your home. Third way, leverage social media platforms and content marketing communities. To begin on social media, you can optimize your profile, change your title, tell people that you're available for hire, use some keywords relevant to your niche. If you're a SaaS writer, then maybe you can tell people that you are a SaaS freelance writer, or maybe you write for software companies. Tell people that you specialize in long form writing or SEO writing or product copywriting. whichever thing you are specializing in. You can also make an announcement post on social media. I personally, when I launched my freelance writing website, also created a LinkedIn page and announced it on social media that, hey, I'm beginning my freelance writing business, and I got some interest from my own network. This is in a way clubbing with the first pointer, but you're doing it specifically on LinkedIn or on Twitter. You can get some leads from this. I personally got some interest from my batchmates who had businesses and they wanted me to write for them, and I turned down those gigs, but you can still get some interest, and it could be just some good validation for your writing skills or for your freelance writing business. Many editors still send out call for pitches on their social media profiles such as Twitter. You can follow these editors strategically and build a rapport with them before you make that pitch. But be ready when they ask for pitches from writers. You can also join content marketing communities. There's a content marketing launch on Facebook. There's one by Superpath on Slack, which I really recommend to check out. They have decent content marketing and writing gigs that come out. There are dedicated channels even that ask for freelance writers, and you can even follow communities on Facebook where your target clients hang out, because they may look out for new writers on these communities, and whenever they post, you should already be on their radar. And how can you do that? By already staying active on these communities and helping people genuinely by adding your insights and sharing your expertise on whatever posts are put out on these content marketing Facebook groups or Slack channels. Want to take it to the next level with social media? Simply begin becoming a creator, becoming a writer, and posting about 4 to 5 times every week on LinkedIn and on Twitter. You want to post on subjects that will be of interest for your target audience. You can post on content marketing, on writing, and even about specific insights in your niche related to content marketing. And you also want to engage with prospective clients on these platforms. And once you're doing this regularly for about a couple of months to 3 months, you can start expecting inbound leads on these platforms, people showing interest in working with you and hiring you. The fourth one, a simple one, pitch blogs or publications or businesses that you admire. Now, right now, what do you read? Don't tell me you don't read anything. If you want to become a writer, you have to read something interesting and engaging every day, something that you get inspiration from. And if you already are doing that, then why not pitch these businesses or brands? You may already know their audience, you already know the kind of stories that tend to work there, and you can start building a relationship with the editors or the content managers at these publications. Maybe they have an existing content guideline on their website. Read them and look at their content calendar if they have one, on the kind of subjects that they are expecting in the next month, or maybe just pitch them subjects proactively on the basis of your understanding of their audience. Once you pitch them and tell them the subjects, you can begin a conversation, and maybe you can even tell them about the stories that you have personally loved. Personalize your pitch and tell them why you're best suited to write for their audience. That could be a great way to get your first freelance writing gig, writing for somebody whom you also really take inspiration from. The next tactic, which is probably the most effective but scariest and most hated, cold pitching. See, nobody likes to send cold pitches, and even fewer people like to receive it. But there's a key when it comes to cold pitching. You personalize your pitches. The first step to cold pitching is creating a list of prospective businesses that can derive value from your freelance writing. They can be in your niche, and they must ideally already be doing the kind of writing that you are looking to do, such as if they have an active blog. That could really be awesome. You can also choose businesses that recently got funded and they appeared on TechCrunch or other news publications, but it can be a hit and miss in such cases because they may not be convinced of the value of content marketing. Once you have a list of prospective clients, you find out their chief marketing officers, or if it's a small company of like say 50 people or under 10 people, then you simply find out their CEO and find out their emails, or just prospect them on LinkedIn. Now the pitch is super important. You have to personalize it and you have to make it risk-free for your prospect. Here's how to do it. Step number 1, tell the business what you like about them or the person that you're reaching out to. Personalize the pitch from that perspective. Then tell them how you can help. share any relevant results or writing samples to drive home your social proof. And if you don't have any, then make it risk free. Tell them that if the first draft of an article is not liked by them, then it's free for them. I know only few writers will be willing to put in this extra amount of effort, but if you are willing to do it, you will convert more cold prospects into clients. A quick tip to find out the emails of prospects, you can use a tool like hunter.io. There are various other platforms. You can take their free trial and even use it for a month to find out emails of lots of prospect and then just start the prospecting. Be consistent with your prospecting. You will need to send 3 to 4 pitches every day for a month or even 2 to 3 months to have a sufficient number of leads that you can work with and build your freelance writing business on the top of. Ultimately, cold pitching is a numbers game. If you knock on 100 doors versus knocking on 500 doors, somebody is going to be willing to work with you. But you also want to not burn out the list of prospects too soon, because there'll only be a handful of people whom you can reach out to in a specific niche. The next way, prospect successful freelance writers in your niche. There will be many successful freelance writers in your niche and you might be taking inspiration from them. Maybe you love their writing style. Maybe you love the number of publications they are published at. How about you add some value to them and then reach out to them? Just tell them how grateful you are for sharing their expertise, or just tell them how inspirational they are for you, and down the line approach them for writing for them. Maybe there's subcontracting work and they can use your help with the clients they are working with. This could result in a consistently paying gig for you while getting the mentorship of your favorite writers. What can be better than that? Another quick tip, successful freelancers might have testimonials of their past clients on their website. Reach out to those past clients. Maybe they are hiring writers right now and that might be the perfect first freelance writing gig for you. 7th one, offer social media ghostwriting help to thought leaders in your niche. Well, most of you might have not thought of this, but it's something that I have noticed in the last few years. Many people want to build their personal brands on LinkedIn and Twitter specifically. Many thought leaders in the B2B industry are looking for ghostwriters that can write social media posts. They are paid $300 even per post. And if you can write engaging social media copy, this could be right up your alley. You will be having a consistent gig because social media platforms require thought leaders to post consistently, and you will be helping them build their personal brand. But to reach out to such thought leaders or successful people in your niche, you will first need to demonstrate that you can write social media copy. The next one, offer help to digital marketing agencies. Most agencies hire freelance writers. Why? Because they have new clients and they have different requirements which needs freelance writers to be on their roster. So just check out the career pages of different digital marketing or content marketing agencies. There are a few I know, such as Grow and Convert, Animals, or even my own agency On The Map Marketing. To find out more such agencies, in Google, just plug keywords like top 100 content marketing agencies in the US or top 100 digital marketing agencies, and you will find a bunch of agencies. From here, you can go to their career pages and look out if they are hiring freelance writers. And even if they are not hiring writers actively, you can reach out to their marketing managers. You can reach out to their CMOs or CEOs. I myself regularly get pitches from freelance writers that work in various niches, and I send them to my internal team if they need help with writing. The next tactic, pitch job boards. Job boards are typically used by small business owners, content agencies, solopreneurs, affiliate site owners, or even big brands to add to the roster of their freelance writers. I myself found my first consistent gig through ProBlogger. It was a ghostwriting gig and it paid me very decently. And I would recommend even today to check out ProBlogger or Peak Freelance, Superpath, and there are other job boards as well. But these 3 would be on the top of my list. Any opportunity that springs up and it's relevant to your niche and you can justify your writing experience with your writing samples, apply for it. You can get a consistent well-paying gig through job boards. A little controversial one. Experiment with content marketplaces and content mills. I personally don't recommend spending a lot of time on these websites. They pay peanuts. I remember I started on iWriter.com. It paid like $15-20 for an article, and that was also their top tier. And that was like a 1000 word article. I think it could be a waste of time if you spend too much time on these platforms. But if you just want the writing experience, like dealing with clients, and you don't want to pursue like an internship which will involve a lot of your time, then just go for a marketplace. If you are a fast writer, if you can crank like 1,000 words an hour, then this could definitely be something that you can look into, because by spending about 5 to 6 hours in a day, you can make a decent income. Not the best and not something that you should do in the long haul, but still something to just get your feet wet into freelance writing. Also, Upwork is a great platform. Danny from freelance-to-win.com actually made 6 figures in 12 months on the platform, and here's his video on how you can write a winning proposal on Upwork and get good clients. His rate even today on Upwork is $125 an hour, which is pretty respectable. And I think if you're doing Upwork or content marketplaces, you should do them right. If the other tactics don't seem up your alley, then try your luck with content marketplaces or content mills. Just don't stay too long on them. The last and the weirdest one: apply for a full-time job and get rejected. Well, this is a funny story. I myself was not able to find professional freelance writing gigs, so I went out for full-time roles and applied for a content marketing job at a startup, and I got rejected in the last stage. So what did I do? I turned it around and told them, hey, do you hire freelance writers? And they said yes. And that was my first freelance writing gig. So what does this mean? Well, I won't recommend you to apply for jobs to turn them around into freelance writing gigs. It could be pretty time consuming, but the companies that hire full-time content marketers would probably have budget for freelance writers. So just reach out to them and tell them that you're available for hire. Maybe they can be your first freelance writing client. For finding full-time content marketing jobs, you can look out on job boards such as Indeed, and even specific to the content marketing industry, Superpath. Just look out for companies that hire over there and reach out to them. And those were all of the tactics to land your first freelance writing client. If you are not hearing back from most people that you prospect, there's probably something off in your pitch. You probably don't have social proof. So I would recommend you to first build your writing portfolio. I have created a dedicated tutorial that you can check out right here. But in short, you can guest post on relevant publications in your niche. Reach out to anybody in your network who might be interested in writing a testimonial for you in exchange for writing for them. And that could be a great way to build some momentum, get some social proof, and show it to prospective freelance writing clients. That's how you can land your first freelance writing gig. Which tactic will you try to land your first freelance writing client? Let me know in the comments box below.